Hi guys, 2 videos in one day. How about that? I've got a little quiet time at home. The kids are out and the grandkids are out or sleeping, so um, here we go. Uh, I wanted to talk a little bit today about how I got here. How I got to 300 plus pounds considering surgery or having surgery. I'm not just considering anymore, I'm having it. But how did I get here? And I made some notes, so I'm going to be looking down. I am a lifetime big girl. I came from a southern family, a big southern family. Although I live in Michigan, my mom and dad and brothers, aunts, uncles, everybody, all came from Alabama. And every summer vacation, my mom and dad and brothers, 5 brothers, moved up here before I was born for jobs back in the late 50s, early 60s. Then I was born, and every summer vacation we went down to see family. It was always good food, big get-togethers, and so food to me means love and family and good times, and I don't really feel like I'm an emotional eater, because actually when I'm upset, I don't want to eat. And so when I eat, it's to feel good or because um, I eat when I'm bored, but I don't feel like I eat to when I'm sad. I don't really feel like I am filling a hole. I'm sure there's something there. So anyway, all right. So lifetime big girl, southern family, good food. The women in my family, all right. So genetics. The women in my family on both my mom and dad's side carry weight predominantly, with a couple exceptions. The men do not. I have 5 brothers. Not one of them has a weight problem. Now they all smoke. They have their own little addiction. So, so there's that, genetics. And I'm not saying any of this to blame anyone or to make excuses. I just feel like if I understand how I got here, then I can do things. First of all, I can decide on what I can change and what I can't change, and then I can make those changes. So, genetics, food, love, family, good food, comfort food. I like all foods. I like vegetables. We normally cook the bejesus out of it till there's no nutrients left. That's how we cook stuff in the South. But I like the other stuff, and I like healthy stuff too. So I don't really see that I'm going to have a problem transitioning to the healthy versions most often. Next is, oh yes, I was a home alone kid, latchkey, whatever you called it. Both my parents worked. Although I had 5 older brothers, they were all they're way older than me. The youngest one was 14 when I was born, so they were out of the house by the time I was coming home in the afternoons from school. I was alone. And so, I was snacking and, doing my own thing, doing my homework and stuff, waiting for my parents to get home. And then as I got older, I came home and I started dinner and made dinner, until my parents got home later in the evening. And no activity, because I was home alone and I wasn't allowed to go outside and be alone by myself outside, so there started that pattern. My parents were older when I was born, like I said, all my brothers are much older than me. I was a second generation. I came along when they were in their 40s. And so they were already less active. We didn't really have an active lifestyle when I was growing up. My father was an alcoholic. I know this affected my personality. I'm a conflict avoider. And I don't know, did it contribute to my weight? I'm sure it did. I haven't stopped to think about how. Other than, is my food, do I have a food addiction similar to his alcoholic addiction? My brothers smoke. Some of them have problem with alcohol. I shouldn't say some. One. So, I don't know. I'm sure that's something that will come up later on for me. The realization of how that affected me. Now, he didn't, by the time I was in high school, since he was older, when I was in high school, he retired. And once he retired, he quit drinking. So, I don't know if it was the stress of the job or anything. You don't want to hear all the specifics of it, but at any rate, I didn't have a bad childhood. It was just, he wasn't a drunk. It wasn't an everyday thing. It was just occasionally binge, and it would last for a week or so, and then off it again. So there's that. I am married to a big guy. He likes me the way I am, or has liked me at all stages of where I have been, weight-wise. He doesn't have a problem with where I am now, other than, I'm not healthy. I'm not active. We would like to do more things together, and the bigger that I've gotten, I have stopped doing the activities that we used to do together. My weight did not used to bother me. It bothered me. I didn't like the way I looked. But as far as activities, it never really stopped me until the past few years. Once you get over 40, that stuff starts catching up with you, Then there's my work. I have a desk job. I sit all the time, work full time. Then I would come home and, cook for the family. And, when your family's young and you don't have a lot of money, you cook what will feed a group. So there's a lot of pasta, a lot of potatoes, a lot of filler, not much protein, not a lot of fresh veggies because you're not going to the store every day. So, when there is a veggie, it's canned. And, that's just how it was. Then lunches, while I'm at work, generally I don't prep, I don't plan, so I'm going to fast food every day, and not only is that expensive, it's really, really bad. And back to this, the fast food and everything's going to tie back to my conflict avoiding by me saying that I have a really hard time making a decision. I research everything. I over-research everything. I have a hard time making a decision because I'm afraid it's going to be the wrong one. And so how that ties to food is I don't make the choice. If I want to decide between burger and chicken, I will get both. And I will eat both. And that's bad. So all that having been said, that wasn't, once again, not to blame anyone, not to make excuses, but just to realize my weaknesses and where I can improve on them. So, what are the keys to success for me? Planning, prepping, and activity. I can't do anything about the genetics. I can't do anything about all that psychological whatever that happened to me as a kid. You know, my parents, I had a great childhood, you know, and I don't hate my life. I don't hate my family. I'm not depressed. I just want to be more active. I want to be more healthy. I have 2 grandbabies and one on the way. And, you know, I want to continue. I want to do things with them. I want to take them to Disney. I want to ride the rides with them. I want to walk the park with them. I don't want to sit on some bench and wait for them. So I want them to remember me in that way. I don't want them to remember me as, you know, Granny that sat in the chair over there. Um, so anyway, uh, planning, prepping, and activity. And those are the things that I'm going to try to change. And hopefully this surgery will be the tool that helps me change it. So, how's that for a big revealing video? So, I hope that wasn't too much for you. God bless you ones that hanged in, hung in, watched the whole video. Anyway, so I'm going to go. I'm getting tongue-tied and I'm going to start rambling. So, you guys have a great week. And I'll see you next time. Bye.